The architecture in Destiny has always been very greatly designed, and the Vex Citadel seems like a great metal tree designed by the Vex. The buildings in Destiny always have intrigued me. They show what would happen if people didn't exist in cities and nature would take over. And there's a bunch of places that I wanted to get a closer look at, but was never able to until now. Hey guys, it's Play back in the scene, and I got a new glitch for you. First, you need to come to this area in the Citadel checkpoint and have two pikes, one in front and one behind. You can get the pikes on the Archon Thief Strike, and what you want to do is you want to have the person behind you and the person in front of you boost and hit you at the same time. This will get you out the map, and you want to follow my steps, and you want to land in a specific spot because it's probably the best spot to get to, considering all the other ones are traps or way too far away. Now, the spot you want to get to is in the back of the Citadel, closer to where you'd go up in the juncture. This spot right here is solid, and it's not affected by any pull barriers. I'll show you the spot I was trying to get to in the beginning, but thankfully I didn't, because if I did, I'd get pulled in. This is the spot right here. Now, in this glitch, as I've said in the beginning, I'm going to show you how you can get to the Citadel, how you can get to all sorts of different cities, and in the end I'm going to show you how me jumping from the top of the Citadel, like down into the back, in the map, like slamming down there. It's really cool, like Superman. But now I'm going to show you why you shouldn't land on that big rock that, well, looks like it's very high above the barriers, and I just show you this because I initially wanted to land on it, but I'm like, yeah, that looks a bit dangerous. I'll come to back to that later just to check. Thankfully, I didn't, because getting out of this area took about 10 minutes to pull off, and I didn't want to wait another 10 minutes just because of just a poor guess. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slow down. I'm going to show you why you shouldn't land on this rock, and if you're doing this glitch, for one, thank you, and two, just don't land on the rock. It's that simple. And as you can see, I did get pulled in, so you don't want to do that. But now that let's get some interesting stuff down. First, the Citadel is the closest one to it, so let's climb it. Now, there was a way to climb the Citadel in the Waking Ruins, I believe it's called, but it's not really that well designed. I think that especially in the areas like the Citadel, the Juncture, and the what's its face, Endless Steps, I believe, the place where you fight the Gate Lord. It's like the best three areas to look at the Citadel because they're the closest, so the textures would be there, and the map would, like, it's not outside the box barrier. And unfortunately, most of the Citadel is hollow. I mean, that's kind of the reality I thought would happen, but still, it's very, very interesting just to look at, to see the detail behind it and stuff. Now, I'm sorry for the lack of uploads. I mean, my computer was just no, like blue screen after blue screen. Apparently, I had my hard drive was on the tip of crashing once again. Fortunately, it didn't. Like, thankfully, it was just a faulty connection between the hard drive and other parts of the computer. But yeah, it could have been worse. I mean, I still have like all these files, and the worst part is I actually had a video ready to go, well, a few of them, and I couldn't upload because of the fault, because of the hard drive, because all the stuff was on it, and well, I'm gonna be uploading that soon, but it almost was lost, and I'd have to reshoot some stuff. But next video, I think I'll show you like a really good gun that you should buy right now, and if you saw to the right, that's what the thumbnail was. Sorry, it's not a full swastika, it's only a half swastika. But I thought I'm like, when I first saw it, I'm like, alright, Bungie, that you're trying to go with the swastika there, aren't you? But the next, ooh yeah, PSA kids, don't jump off your Sparrow when it's heading in the right when it's heading right, or else you're gonna die just like me. So ignoring that death, that never happened. I'll just watch the video, just look at some of the detail in the Citadel. In the meantime, I think I'll talk about the next video, and a few videos after that. I mean, I have some stuff in the I had some stuff I did with Envious that I would post. I mean, he already posted a lot of it, but I don't know. I have some stuff that he didn't include in his video, mainly in the Black Garden glitch, and I'll post it most likely in the following days, maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after. Today I'm going to finish a video that I thought I was going to make. It was going to be about this weapon that you should buy, but well, I thought, why don't I use this weapon in trials so you can see just how good it is. And yeah, right now I'm just going all in the Citadel. It's very interesting because the top is like very blank. It's like grayish. I didn't put it at the fast forward speed, like as fast as I would do in some other sections, so you could just see more and more of the Citadel. I did speed it up just to try to condense the video length down to, you know, watchable distance. I'm not trying to make like a 40-minute video. Like I made that mistake once. I'm not making that mistake again. But from there, I'm just making it so that it's long enough so it condenses the video, but so guys can actually see what it looks like. I mean, if you're not gonna attempt this glitch, at least you can, you know, watch my video just to see what you would like to see. Like, if you're here to learn more about Bungie secrets, well, here you go. Here's a bunch of Bungie stuff that they didn't think you were gonna see. Like, apparently I was talking with Envious, and back in Halo 1, they used to make maps like they didn't really care. They made maps playable beyond what you can see. Like, apparently there was this map in Halo that goes out for 5 kilometers past the playable area. They just like, they made the map first, then they made like all the barriers and stuff. Here, no, here they made the barriers and they just added a bunch of textures to like suit it. In other words, it's like from the front, like everything that you can see from the front is there, but behind it, like, it's not like an actual thing. Like, if this thing happened in real life, it'll just look like some kind of cardboard cutout or some kind of like silhouette or picture where it's like only visible from the front. And I think that Bungie has just gotten lazy. But if you watch my channel for, God, I don't even know how long, that's probably the first thing you'd know. But yeah, that's just what's got over there. And in the Destiny 1 is coming to a close. I mean, we've gotten 3 out of the 4 raids down. I'm gonna say Crota's End is officially confirmed. It's impossible to get into a patrol, therefore it's done. We've tried it, but there's like no way. So I don't know. On one hand, I'm kind of happy we're just closing the book on Destiny. On the other, it's just, I feel like we didn't 100% it, so it kind of feels like we didn't really finish the game. Like, King's Fall hasn't been glitched into. I mean, all the strikes have. No thanks to my part to me and some other glitchers, but I think the raids are like the pinnacle of Destiny in terms of PvE content. Like, that's the thing that Bungie designs the most, and King's Fall, I think, is probably the best raid. It's a shame that we haven't glitched into it yet. Oh well. That will definitely be glitching in the beta. I mean, I've seen what the beta has so far. It's not really too much. I mean, like what we get Homecoming, which is in the tower, and a strike on Nessus. Yeah, you bet your ass I'm gonna be glitching on Nessus. That's gonna be fun. But other than that, I feel like there's nothing really to have. Oh, and I actually, in that section, I kind of cut it out because that's when I jumped from the top of the Citadel, but I think I'll put that at the back of the map because, you know, it's like a cool little thing to have. So yeah, that's the Citadel, from bottom to top. Now let's explore the city. And of course, Bungie's like, if you can't see it, why the hell should we incorporate it? So apparently there's no ground for any of the buildings. The buildings are just like, you know, floating. And I have to say, like, these buildings look very, very small. You'll see this one building that's like a meter thick. Who the hell lives there? That's like, like, how can somebody even live in some of these buildings? Holy crap! But I don't know. These buildings do look a bit futuristic. I'll have to give them that. That's one thing that Bungie did very well. They made their stuff look very futuristic. But if you're still watching, it's about 9.5 minutes in. Thanks, I guess. I feel like a lot of people just watch like the first few minutes of it. They're like, "Oh, that's how you get out the map. Alright, cool." And the best part is they don't even, you know, do the glitch. They're just like, they just want to see if I can get out the map or something. But this spot right here is in fact solid, and it's I'll show you what it is later, because I told Envious to go to a certain spot because I thought that this building was something on the I forgot the name of the map, Shattered Coast, and turns out it actually was. This is the place that somebody found in the beginning of the Taken King, where if you do a backwards sword slash, you can get past the barrier. And yeah, I'm like, this place looks very familiar. And I'm like, Envious, can you come to Shattered Coast? And he'll come in a few minutes. You'll actually see that, and you'll see this building right here is the what's its face? The building right next to the academy. And you see those buildings right there? Those two little thin, like meter thin buildings. How could somebody even live in that? And yeah, the design structure of these buildings are very weird. Like, you can only see the outside, but on the inside it's hollow. It's like a rotten apple. It's like good on the outside, but just terrible on the inside. But like, I mean, still though, it's quite an interesting view. Like I don't know. I feel like with the design, it really goes with the whole decay theme, like sort of like The Last of Us, but with a bit of a sci-fi extent, like The Last of Us and Mass Effect. Now I'm just gonna go out and show you some of these buildings. Like, there's two buildings out, like a building that collapsed onto another building. And I thought, oh, hey, let me go explore out there. But first, I'm just testing if the water's solid, which it unfortunately isn't. You have the darkness underneath the water. Water DLC confirmed. Hold up. Well, wasn't that Jupiter moon? Is that what it's hinting at? There's darkness underneath the water. Ooh, that would actually be some interesting foreshadowing. But so yeah, Envious is going to Shattered Coast, and right now I'm just showing you some of these buildings, and as you can see, just where he is. And yeah, this building looks pretty interesting. Although I don't know, it must not have been functional. Oh yeah, and then I'm gonna show you the other city out there, the city that you can't get to, and I think that this was meant to be original DLC. There's Envious out there. He's in the Shattered Coast, just walking around, and yeah, that's where I am. It's hard to believe that the stuff near my checkpoint is feasible, but the stuff all the way on the other side of the map is solid. But I digress. Now, these buildings all the way out here, I think they were meant to be some kind of, I don't know, DLC. Maybe you go underwater or something, like a tunnel, and you go all the way out here, like just to see them from here, but you can't really get to them. But in another DLC, you probably can. Like, you can see stuff from the Plague Lands in Earth, and eventually you're able to get to them. But oh well. And I'm just going all through these buildings. These buildings are very interesting. Like, it would be very interesting though if you can, like, if you go somewhere from like the Ember Caves and you just get out here. And unfortunately, it's not gonna happen. Although maybe in Destiny 2, I don't know. And these buildings out here, there's like so bright. Like yeah, sorry, it looks very, very bright. Like a very bright blue light is just shining in your face. And although the box barrier does split like a map in half, so I can't really go past that, and yeah, I just died. Now I'll kill myself just to spawn me back at the original rock instead of spawning me at the city. And I'll show you this blue lava texture that is very, very cool. It's like, I think Enemies did show you the stuff in Future, but this stuff is like almost the same thing, except it's blue, not red. And it's very, very interesting. Just to see some of the stuff in Destiny, like this stuff, like you can see some parts of it in like little holes and stuff. You can like get in like into those, but it's very, very cool. Just, you know, seeing like a whole like slab of it, and like especially very, very up close, and it's just like almost like a river if you want to think about it that way. It's like very, very cool, like a river of blue lava. And now I'll show you this little cool alcove. Envious did show it in his, but I thought it's great. I'll just show you it. And I think this will wrap up the video. The last clip will just be me slamming from the top of the tower. I hope you guys, not the tower, the Citadel, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I think I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, guys. Have fun.